They did an internal inquiry a year after Bashir did the interview with Diana and found out that Mr. Bashir was an honest man and Mr. Weissler was the bad guy. Hi, it's me again, and the whole Martin Bashir BBC scandal thing, it's just not going away, is it? And now the BBC have had to pay compensation to somebody who was trying to do the right thing at the time, which says everything you need to know about the BBC, really, doesn't it? Let's take a look at this story and we'll have a bit of a chat about it, as always, shall we? BBC reaches financial settlement with Bashir whistleblower Matt Weissler. Now, if you don't know the ins and outs of everything that happened, to get the interview with Diana, Martin Bashir had to fake a load of documents, including bank statements, and Matt Weissler was the guy that did it for him. The corporation acknowledged he acted with complete integrity, including in raising his concerns at the time. Mr. Weissler was commissioned by Mr. Bashir to create mocked-up documents used by the journalist to persuade Diana to do the 1995 interview, and had long claimed he was made the scapegoat for the scandal, despite attempting to raise the issue at the time. So Matt was made to make these fake documents by Bashir, which obviously he could have said no to, but he was asked to do it. He did his job as he was told to do, rightly or wrongly, obviously. But he tried to raise his concerns with the BBC at the time, and he was brushed aside and basically punished for it. And now he's being given compensation by the BBC for that. Your TV licence fees have gone to pay compensation for something that should never have happened in the first place. Following the publication of Lord Dyson's report into the affair, he received a personal apology from current Director General of the BBC, Tim Davie. His lawyer said, Mr. Weissler is relieved that the BBC has now matched the Director General's fulsome apologies with appropriate financial compensation for the wrongs done to him and the profound impact they had on his and his family's life. It is important to my client that the BBC has acknowledged that he acted properly and responsibly throughout. Yeah, for me, that would be more important than the money. I don't know how much the money is. I don't think it says in any of these articles how much the BBC gave him. But the fact that you can have your record cleared, your moral record that you tried to do the right thing cleared. But the worst part of it is that the BBC swept him aside. They didn't want to listen to him. And wasn't that how the whole Savile thing lasted so long? So many people tried to blow the whistle, tried to raise the concerns with the BBC, and they're like, no. This is endemic in the BBC. They want to protect their own and their own big names. This is throughout the entire BBC. The BBC is toxic. And they really should have sorted this out by now, shouldn't they? In a statement, the BBC said, "We are pleased that the BBC and Mr. Weissler have reached an agreement. We would like to repeat our full and unconditional apology to Mr. Weissler for the way he was treated by the corporation in the past. Mr. Weissler acted with complete integrity, including in raising his concerns at the time, and we are sorry that these were not listened to. We wish Mr. Weissler all the best for the future." But obviously not working for the BBC anymore then, Mr. Weissler, rightly so. Mr. Weissler previously said that his business had folded as a result of being blacklisted by the BBC. Unbelievable. Mr. Weissler was in the process of leaving the BBC and setting up his own production company when he was asked to mock up some bank statements by Bashir in '95. Mr. Weissler said he only realised the connection between the documents he mocked up and the interview after it was broadcast, and he approached the BBC bosses the following month. In 1996, an internal inquiry led by the BBC's then head of news, Tony Hall, found that Bashir was an honest man, but Mr. Weissler would not work for the organisation again. There you go, it tells you everything you need to know about the BBC. It's bloody shocking how the BBC deal with things, isn't it? They did an internal inquiry a year after Bashir did the interview with Diana and found out that Mr. Bashir was an honest man and Mr. Weissler was the bad guy. And he didn't get to work for the BBC again. His family's going to suffer, his livelihood's going to suffer, his reputation's going to suffer. All because, he did a silly thing, he shouldn't have done it. But it weren't as bad as what Bashir did. But Bashir got to carry on with the BBC, making fortunes of your TV licence fee money. And poor old Mr. Weissler was knackered, wasn't he? It's a bit like blaming the pen for writing a nasty letter. I was absolutely gobsmacked that in a Board of Governors meeting that was there to look into what Martin had done, I was made the scapegoat. I don't know how you can plausibly tell a story that a graphic designer is to blame for using copied documents as forgery, and I've been living with this for 25 years. It is sad that he's had to put up with that for 25 years, but let's not forget here that he did falsify documents. No, he didn't know what they were for at the time, granted, but he still falsified documents. So it was still fraud, it was still immoral, probably illegal. So he's not innocent in this, but he's not the full guilty party, is he? Let's face it. And it doesn't say how much he was given in compensation, but 25 years of having a knackered career because of something he did, it's got to be in the millions. It's got to be in the millions, isn't it? Surely. And what do you think about this story? Do you think Mr. Weissler deserved the compensation that he's got, even though we don't know how much it is? Do you think he's just to blame as Bashir, who was very much to blame? Obviously, he's not very innocent in any of this, is he, Bashir? And the BBC aren't innocent either. From an internal inquiry in 1996, finding nothing to saying Bashir was an honest man. Come on, what kind of inquiry was that? Ridiculous. Let me know what you think about all of that down in the comments, and I will see you in another video again soon. Thank you for watching.